Good day, investors. Welcome to the 7th of April 2015. As you can see, the trade for the day is called MMI Holdings. The code is MMI and the last traded price is 33 Rand and 14 cents. The objective of this trade is to go in a high, buy it low and sell it high, or call a long trade. The objective is to enter at 32 Rand 82 on the low on the grey, and the target will be 34 Rand and 80 cents. Stop loss to be used at 32 Rand and 60 cents on the red line. Looking at the current open trades at this time, Woolies, and indication was on the 2nd of April to do a long. Looking at the top 40 index, that's the top 40 shares on the JSE. The black line is indicating the index movement, and it's currently trading underneath the 10-day moving average and the 20-day moving average, but the 10 and 20-day moving average is getting very close to each other. That could indicate a bit of a breakup happening here very soon in this market, so we need to track it very close. Take note of the following: Standard & Poor, S&P 500, starting with the earnings season on the American market, and that could cause a bit of volatility as well in the short term, so track it. Alcoa will be the first company coming out, and track your websites on MarketWatch to give you indication what is happening with that market. Currently, the US futures are about 15 points stronger for the opening on Tuesday, where the Europeans are also stronger, and the German markets also showing a bit of strongness happening in the market, so we could see a bit of positiveness in the markets. The top 40 index is also showing a bit of high opening for later through the course of the morning at 9 o'clock. That could lead our markets to move up and on higher levels. Looking at your Dow Jones, as you can see, that's the American market. You will basically see they actually closed, the last time they closed was on this green line here, recovering quite substantial points back to the level of 17,880 points just here on the green line. So there's a downward channel, positive channel, downward movement, a lot of volatility in this movements here, one day up, one day down, but they closed there. So here you can see the volatility in the specific market, and that will have an effect on the shares. Any time for breaks is 18,000 points or higher, definitely you will see more levels going to the higher records here, but track it closely in the short term. Looking at the J200, that's the top 40 shares on the JSE. Look at this red channel, that's the low of the red channel, a negative channel, and the high of the negative channel. Now every time it goes to the high, it goes to the low, from the low to the high, from the high to the low. So currently we could expect this one to break a bit up back to this high here, and that will indicate a lot of people will start looking at this index very closely. Looking at some shares on the retailers at this moment, Rand and dollar sitting at 11.75. This one, Shoprite, had a nice movement for Wednesday and Thursday last week, but now it's on the top of this positive channel that started to move after it broke this positive pattern of the ABC, low, high, lower, higher, breaking this point and this point together and forming that new high. In any time if this share break 166.90, definitely more movement can go back to the 175, currently trading 163. Looking at your Woolies, also did the same, broke from this negative channel into a positive channel. Next high expectation is yet 90 Rand, shares trading at 87.90, so we could see a bit of more positiveness coming to this share as well. Not a lot into it from 87.70 to 90, but you can still track it. Mr. Price sitting on a new record high here, testing it on previous highs here from March, and sitting at 270 Rand after it also broke this previous low here, and this high from the negative channel to a positive channel. Looking at your banking shares, here's Barclays Bank. Now Barclays Bank is in a negative red channel here, and now currently in the high of that negative channel like previous sessions here. Now if this share can break this 190 level, definitely the next high could be 195 and then most probably 200 if this channel could continue to go up. Looking at Standard Bank, started to fade out, and you can basically see was in the high of the channel, started to fade out, but now here's a high, there's a low, there's a high but it's lower than that high, there's a low lower than that high, so you can actually see a bit of a triangle forming here, and it could be causing for a breakup to happen after this long weekend, so I need to track it closely. Looking at your the Investex also came down after it had a positive green channel, now a red channel. Anytime if the share breaks is 102.22 level and this level here of 103, definitely more upside due could be back here to the 104.50 to the 105 rand levels for the share to start picking up. Now, very important, let's go and look at your MTNs. Now, MTN did very well the last few days from Wednesday to Thursday. Started to pick up here from the lows of 204, 202, and it started to move up back to the 220s. You can see the volatility. It moves higher, stabilize, move down, stabilize, move higher, and let's see if this is a stabilizing happening or just another test to the 225 on this specific share. Looking at your Vodacoms, now Vodacoms had a little of a triangle here, and it broke that previous high after it started to move up, and support was here huge, and it started to break up, and there's the break up 134 to 136. Next expectation high is at 138, just a 2 rand movement into it. Just want to run to Telkom quickly. Now if you look at Telkom here on your Bollinger Bands, it came down to the 70 rand, broke to 76.79, and now it's back to the 80 rand. Now if this one can go and continue in this positiveness, you can go back to the level of 85 rand very soon. Of course, it's currently trading above the green and the red. Looking at your Xaros, started to lose a lot of momentum after it came through the green and the support of 61.8 on the Fibonacci, and that price was 105, breaking just under the 100 rand again. Looking at CFR, Richmond, still in a bit of a negative channel. This share needs to break up. It needs to break this 100 rand and 50 cents, 100 rand and 60 cents upwards. Currently trading at 98.67. So at the bottom of this channel, we need to see if it can move higher in this negative ABC. There's a high, low, high, lower, high, lower. So we need to see if this is going to be a push up from this level just above the 100 rand, and if it does break the 100 rand, can it go back here? So let's confirm and track this one closely for the next 2 or 3 days. Traders, enjoy trading.